today as I wait in the car line to pick up my kids. So today what I want to talk to you about is staying away from people, especially, I think this is mostly women, modern women that use certain words and phrases because they have not only used these words and phrases to ruin their own life, they're going to use it to ruin your life and your future or current relationships. And these words and phrases are anything that was designed to be used by a licensed therapist in the container of therapy for people that are really either ill or in really severe or dire situations. Okay, so these are words like codependency or narcissism or gaslighting or throwing the word abuse around, or words like attachment styles. This is a red flag. My son and I, my 18-year-old and I were just talking about this the other day, that
I'm actually really surprised by this. As someone who does inner work with clients of a wide variety, right? But especially low vibrational clients, or especially clients that are in the homeless populations, the drug addicted populations, as well as the spiritually aware, right? But for learning about these concepts, I would still be in a low vibrational state as it relates to my interpersonal connections and my romantic relationships. These terms allowed me to understand what was happening, who I was attracting, and why. So I find it so interesting, especially because I'm a heavy proponent of inner work as it relates to the psyche, which includes ego work, shadow work, inner child work. Inner child work revolves around inner child wounding. And in order to learn about your inner child wounding, right, to a greater extent, you need to also learn about your attachment style, because the attachment style is developed as a child, right? So all of these things are actually heavily relevant and heavily correlated with each other. So I find it interesting because Mina promotes inner work, but if she's not doing deep inner work of this magnitude, then what is she doing? I'm very intrigued by this and confused, because to do true inner healing, you have to do all of these things. You have to learn about all of these things. You have to understand what's going on. And in order to do that, you need to understand things like codependency. You need to, because that's directly associated with an abandonment wound, which is an inner child wound, which is inner child work, which is a huge part of the psyche. Interesting. These are important things to pay attention to, you guys. I will always acknowledge a fellow goddess, but I see issues with this. I definitely do, because we also have to understand that you can tap into the frequency of abundance without doing deep inner work. All you have to do is believe you deserve it. And you can be someone that's not fully healed and think you deserve it. So we need to go deep. I transmute darkness, which means we have to dive into the deepest wounds that you have. And that includes learning about these concepts, this terminology, and being able to relate it to your life and the lives of those around you.